Welcome back to Vegas Aces videos or live streams, depending on the day. My name is Heather Ferris, and I'll be your host for today. In this video, we are going to be discussing the differences between US and Russia as far as dealing and casino table games. So I'm really looking forward to this. We have a special guest today. Now, of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, put them in the comments section below, and I will get to them shortly. We'll say shortly. And before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you're always notified of our latest videos and live streams. If this is your first time here, Vegas Aces was created as a way to help people learn how to play and deal casino table games. As a way to give back to our community, we offer a free dealing trade school where we help place dealers at no cost. Vegas Aces has evolved into a marketing business that helps game inventors bring their ideas to fruition and assist placing their new games in a casino. Now, on with the show. So I am joined with a special guest today. I am really excited to introduce him. Jinn, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being on. Really do appreciate this.
Thank you.
Now, would you please tell our audience a little bit more about you, what you do, your histories, that type of a thing?
So my name is Jinn Touransky. I've been working in casino since 1999. I was a dealer for 5 years since 1999 until 2004. Then I was a pit boss, and then I was a manager of the casino. Now I'm consult a lot of casino in Russia, in Ukraine, in Armenia, in Georgia, and other countries.
Okay, really cool. So you've had a lot of history with this. How many years did you say you were in the business?
22 years already.
Nice. Very nice. So thank you again so much for being on the show. Now, today, again, we are going to be discussing the differences between dealing in the US versus Russia. And the first thing I want to start off with is the hiring/training process. So what is it like in Russia if you want to be a casino dealer? Go for it.
Oh, there's the big difference between now and, for example, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Now, if you want to be a casino dealer, you just need to fill the form for every casino. And if you go to the dealer school with 100% that you will give the job. But when I went to casino, we were about 1,300 applicants at all, and from that applicants, we stayed about 20 people. So 20 people and 1,300 people.
Okay. So
it was very difficult.
So people could either go to a training school, so they actually had businesses or companies that trained people how to deal casino games, and then they helped those dealers get into the casinos, being placed in casinos.
Every casino has their own dealer schools.
Okay.
But the schools are the same mostly.
Okay. So casinos, when they hire, do they hire based on personality, and then they teach you the training that you need to be the dealer?
Tell one more time.
So in America, we have some casinos who offer training schools as well. And here, what they do is they hire you based on your personality. They want someone really friendly and nice and kind because they want people to stay on the table. So they hire you based on your personality, and then they teach you the game. So they'll teach you how to deal blackjack. They'll teach you how to deal roulette, and then that training is free as long as you work in that casino for a certain length of time. Is that the same in Russia?
Well, uh, at first I should say that in Russia is a very strange situation with the gambling. The casinos were closed in 2009 year, so 12 years ago, all the casinos in Russia were closed, and 12 years ago there was a lot of casinos, and they had different dealer schools. But now we have only 4 areas in Russia. For big Russia, we have only 4 areas in which we can work. And in some countries near Russia, such as Georgia or Armenia, they want only girls from 18 till 25 years, and it doesn't matter how you can count, how you can calculate, how do you look, but you must be just a girl. But in Russia now, for example, in Sochi, where I live, and in central Russia, you can do anything, you can have any skills. So
Okay. So when dealers want to do this training school, they have, you said, 4 casinos to choose from in Russia. So do all 4 casinos have training schools that you can go and learn from?
every
I
dealer
guess
in school,
I
yeah.
guess what I'm asking is, are they all the same, or is every casino different?
The based techniques and procedures are the same in all casinos in Russia and other countries, but every casino have their own specific procedures, and but it's a little difference.
Okay.
All the dealer schools are free, by the way.
All of the schools are free. Do they
Yes.
do they tell people that they have to work in the casinos for a certain length of time, and then if they don't, they have to pay the training schools back? Because in America, that's typical of what casinos would do.
Mm. No, in Russia, as I said, not much casinos. We now have only 2 casinos in Sochi, 1 casino in Siberia, 2 casinos in the east, and 1 casino in the west. So all the casinos have
Are they
similar.
are they owned by the same people?
What?
Are the casinos all owned by the same people, by the same company or corporation?
No, every area is separated from other.
Sporadic?
Uh, different companies.
Different companies. Okay. And when people get hired, how long does the training go for? Like, what's typical for a blackjack, let's say, for learning blackjack? How long is that training?
Uh, the dealing school lasts about 3 months, but in Russia we don't have special blackjack dealer or special roulette dealer. In Russia we have universal dealers. So when the dealer first time came to the dealer school, the first thing that he knows is roulette, and you first need to know roulette, the number on the wheels, payouts of the roulette. In the same time, you need to learn very some kinds of shuffling, well on blackjack, well on poker, and after 3 months, every dealer can deal roulette, blackjack, and poker.
Awesome. And I guess that's a good segue into our next segment. But before we go on, we have a quick word from our sponsor. If you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then please remember to tip your dealer, and now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Go ahead, give it a try, or show your support by becoming a member of our Patreon page. We have several different levels and rewards for you to choose from. Any membership level counts, even $1, so please go join today. Remember, if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, put them in the chat, and I will go over them at the end of this video. So let us move on to the second topic is how are things different once the dealer gets into the casino. And we could do different subjects too. We could do, them clocking in, the procedures, tokes, breaks. Let's start with the fun one. So how about breaks? How is breaks different? How do they do breaks?
As I said before, every dealer in Russia knows at least 3 games. And usually it needs 1 hour and 20 minutes and 1 hour 40 minutes every dealer spent on the floor. Yes, it's English. So every dealer stays 20 minutes at the one table, 20 minutes at another table, 20 minutes on another table. And most of casino make it that it doesn't matter who are you, dealer or inspector. You can deal, you can inspect game. So you spend about 1 hour and 20 minutes on the floor, and you have a 20 minutes break. At the 1 hour and 20 minutes, you can be 20 minutes as a blackjack dealer, then you can be 20 minutes as a roulette inspector, then you can be 20 minutes as a poker inspector, and 20 minutes as a poker dealer.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys actually blend the poker rooms together. So poker is the same as table games. In America, we actually separate the two, so they're 2 different departments.
No, when I said about poker, I mean casino poker, and I think it's main difference between Russia and USA and between Russia and Europe, because in Russia very popular some kinds of casino pokers. For example, Russian poker, as we said, it's very popular, and it's a kind of Oasis or Caribbean poker, but you can change any number of cards. You can buy six card and the other difference.
Okay.
And for you understand, in Sochi Casino, where I work now, we have in main floor we have 6 roulette tables and about 15 cards tables in which every player can play any card games, blackjack or poker.
Awesome. Now, are there any other dealing procedures that are different in Russia versus in America?
I can say another one difference is in not all of the casinos, but some of the casinos have layout on the cards table has a universal layout, so you can play poker, you can play blackjack, you can play baccarat on one table, and you don't need to change the layout.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting. And what other dealing procedures could you think of that would be possibly different?
Well, I saw your stream with Sterling from England, and I can say that we in Russia are doing the same procedures as in England and as in United Kingdom, because some times ago, it was 1999, the first people who came in Russia and who taught us to make a business in casino, they were from Germany and from England. So we have English school.
Okay. And how are the tokes there handled with dealers? Are the tokes pulled together in a 24-hour period and then split evenly amongst all the dealers? Or do the dealers keep their own tokes?
Most of the casinos that I know used to pay token 2 times a month, at the first day of the month and 15th or 16th day of the month. And some of the casinos don't use Tokes anyway. So if the customer give you Tokes, it goes for investors.
Really?
Yes, but they pay some kind of extra salary for it.
So the dealers don't get tips, but if anyone does get a tip, the tip goes to the inspector, which is the same as the floor supervisor.
Some casino, yes, but not all of them.
So otherwise, dealers don't get tips or tokes, and they're just paid a salary. Is that correct?
Yes, and most of the casino, most of the dealers have a salary. The salary usually about, if it to say in dollars, it'll be, I think, $5 an hour. But with the Tokes, it'll be $10 an hour.
So they're making a decent wage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What about clocking in? Because in America, it's typical that a dealer would go to the casino minimum 20 minutes before their shift. So if we have an 8 o'clock start time, we would have to be there at 7:40. Like technically we would, our start time would be 7:40 because that's when we'd have to be in there. And then we would have to clock in, I think it's like 10 minutes before we're supposed to be on the table. And then we're supposed to be on the table like 5 minutes before, the 8 o'clock hour, the shift change, or whenever shift changes. What is it like to clock in Russia?
Yeah, absolutely the same. In Russia, you need to be about 20 or 15 minutes before, and you can go from your work without your manager agreement.
And that's, same thing, everything.
So everything the same.
Okay. Cool. Is there any other procedures or anything else you wanted to talk about as far as the differences go before we move on to the next section?
No.
No?
Let's go to another section. Yes.
Next section? Next section it is. Here we go. But before we go on to the next section, we have a quick word from our sponsor. If you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then one of the ways you could do so is by going to vegas-aces.com and clicking on one of our affiliate banners. When you sign up for an affiliate link through that account, our website gets a small commission. If you have any problems, questions, or disputes, please email me at heather@vegas-aces.com, and we are here to help you. Now, on with the show. So we are back, and we are going to be talking in our third and final section, the differences between games. So let's start off with roulette. First off, do you have American roulette or do you use European roulette?
Oh, that's a very interesting thing, because we have only one kind of roulette, and in Russia we call it American roulette. But I know that American roulette has 2 or more zeros, and we have a roulette with only 1 zero. The order of numbers is 0, 32, 15, and etc. But we called it American roulette. I don't know why.
Okay. And just really quick for my curiosity, do you offer L'Apotage or the in prison bets on there?
I knew only maybe 2 casinos where there was when the zero wins.
If zero is hit, all of the even money bets will only lose half of their wager, and any players to take the money back. But in prison is they have to keep the money up there for one more spin.
Yes, even chances lost only half of the amount, and it was in one casino in Belarus, and it was not in one. It was in 2 casinos in Belarus, and it was in maybe 2 or 3 casinos in Russia. But now all of the casinos don't use it.
Okay. And how about on blackjack? When you deal blackjack, do you deal the dealer's cards? Do you deal 2 at a time? Or do you do what they do in the UK where they deal 1 card to the dealer, then they deal out all of the hands, and at the very end of the hand, then they deal the second card to the dealer?
Only 1 card, but before we go to blackjack, I'd like to say about roulette. One more, maybe. Okay. I know not every casino in USA have a racetrack, but in Russia, every roulette table has a racetrack, and we used to play French bets, call bets.
Okay, cool.
So, and a lot of players, a lot of gamblers play on the racetrack and place their bets by their own hands. They don't give the chips and say that I want to place this kind of bet, but every player can place the bets on the racetracks.
Okay.
Understand?
Awesome.
Yes. So about blackjack.
Yes.
As I said, in Russia, very popular English dealing schools. So we have the dealer have only one card, but we have a lot of different. I'm sorry for my English. It's not my native language. I'm trying to remember.
You are doing
How
much
to
better at
say
speaking
it?
English than I would ever do at speaking Russian, so don't worry about it.
So I will tell you our rules, and then you can say what's the different. So the dealer get only one card. You can do surrender anytime you want, but only with you two cards. You can make insurance in any combination except blackjack. When the dealer have an ace or 10, the customer can take even money. Blackjack pays 3-1, and usually we play by shuffle machine. If it's shuffle machine, we used to play 6 decks, and if it shoe, so we use 6 or 8 decks. We don't have one deck blackjack, two deck blackjack, or another kind of blackjack.
Did I hear you correctly? Did you say that blackjack pays 3-1? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes,
3-1.
3-1.
That's what's your normal house hedge on that game?
What was
House hedge?
house edge? About 0.16%.
16?
0.16, yes.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
Yes. You can double down on any card.
So how
you can split 1, 2, 3 times your cards.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, and you can do surrender anytime in your turn. So if I play blackjack and there are dealer's card, first player, second player, third player. When they are getting their cards, I sit and don't say anything. But when my turn, I can do surrender.
Let's move on, since we are running out of time. What if any baccarat or paiga games do you guys offer in Russia?
Yes, there are, but not more. Not much casino playing baccarat. We have not much players that likes to play baccarat or paigo. I don't know where, maybe on the east in Vladivostok. But baccarat, we have only 2 or 3 tables in the Sochi casino, and usually Chinese tourists play this game.
Do you guys have craps?
No. I know that in Moscow 12 years ago there was 1 or 2 craps table for all Moscow. It's the capital of Russia. There were 5 tables of craps. There were in 12 years ago, yes. In other Soviet countries, I don't know, 1 or 2 craps table, but it was not popular in Russia.
Okay, and then do you guys have any carnival games like 3-card poker, Let It Ride, four Crazy 4 poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, High Card Flush, anything like that?
Yeah, 3-card poker. I don't know if other games are in other casino, but 3-card poker was popular in the beginning of this century, and the most popular game is Russian poker. It's a very interesting game. And by the way, maybe some day I can tell you more about Russian poker.
Okay, sounds good.
Or I can say some words about this now. As I said, it's a kind of casino poker. It was absolutely a Russian game, as it's based on the Oasis poker. So the player can play the 2 box in one time, and you can change any number of cards, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for one ante. You can buy 6 cards. 6 cards. You can make insurance. You can change the dealer's card, but and the payouts are the same as Oasis or Caribbean poker casino pokers, but you don't get the ante. So when in Oasis poker, in casino Oasis poker, you get, if you have 3 of a kind, so you get 3 to 1 and
Okay.
1 ante, but in Russian poker you get only 3 to 1 without ante.
So is it like literally called Russian poker? Like if I went to go Google it, would I put in like Russian poker?
Yes, it's legally since 2001 year. And I know that in USA, some people call it Luna poker,
Call it
but
what?
it's Luna poker. Luna poker.
Okay.
I saw the rules at the Wizard of Oz, the Michael Shackelford's sites,
Awesome.
and it's called Luna poker, but it's Russian poker. But there is some differences between Luna poker and Russia poker, and as in blackjack, every player can use basic strategy to play blackjack, and in Russian poker there is a basic strategy too, and we need to look at the advanced players on the Russian poker.
Okay. And is there anything else you want to talk about that maybe we didn't get to or we didn't discuss that you do want to talk about before we end the show?
If you have question, you can ask me anything.
And you said you did consulting. Do you want to go ahead and plug your consulting and let people know how they could find you and a little bit more about that?
I have my own blog in the internet, but it's on Russian language. So you know that Russian gambling is a very small village, if I can say it. So we know each other, and Russian casinos knows me.
Okay, sounds good. So it's all about who you know then. So thank you again for being on. Thank you for being a guest and doing this show. Really, really do appreciate it. Just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Donations make it possible for us to bring you all of these videos for free. If you think that this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount you feel it's worth by clicking the link in the description below. Now, that does it for today's show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please join us on our next live stream or video. We have a video every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, this is Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.